Oh my goodness, how cool, I just, the way I wrote it, this was last minute for me. Brent and staff at Perks Cabinetry. Now I have to talk about this. They came in yesterday and put this up for us. Brent, where are you? And staff. Oh, you were the one that was up here taking pictures. Yeah. Great job. Even down to, these people are detail people. I don't even know them. But for them to come in and make this sign and then put the card things on there to tie it in to, yeah, isn't that cool? Great job. Pioneer Appliances. Then they came in and incorporated that into our set today. So Pioneer Appliances, stop in and see them. And then last is Metals by McKay. Gwendolyn. Did I say that right, Gwendolyn? Hi, Gwendolyn. How are you? Oh, yes. So those are flowers. Let's see what I have in my notes. Metals. Those are metal flowers that have scents. Yes. So make sure you stop by and see Gwendolyn for there. So I'm going to do a little introduction. I did my homework over the last few weeks. This is just some interesting things that I found on the internet. Okay, the crock pot was invented by Irving Naxon. And he invented it for Jewish stew of meat and beans called cholent, which is slowly cooked on Fridays in preparation for the Sabbath. The original name of the crock pot back then was the Naxon Beanery. But when Irving patented it in 1940, he decided to call it the crock pot. So now we know how the crock pot started. I thought that was pretty interesting. He was quite the inventor. He held over 200 patents up to his passing in September 22nd of 1989. The crock pot is now owned and manufactured by Sunbeam Products. You can see them in Walmart and all the other places that sell appliances of that nature. Last year, there were 12.7 million crock pots sold in the United States. So they're still going strong. Surprisingly, many homes have reserved a dedicated space on their kitchen counters for their crock pots. Okay, Chef.
Okay, Steve.
Let's get started.
All right. So the first thing we are going to show you guys today, obviously with crock potting, it takes a long time to make that, so we had to make everything ahead of time to have it prepared. We started with a slow cooker pumpkin pie oatmeal. It's almost fall, so we got to get that pumpkin in there. So we made that ahead of time, so Megan here is going to bowl some up. And so it's not a very sweet oatmeal. I know some people do like the sweetness, some people don't, some people can't have it. So it's up to you, like what you want to add to it. But it took 7 hours in the crock pot, cooking overnight. Have it ready in the morning for Christmas breakfast or Thanksgiving while you're cooking your dinner. Today we're going to be we incorporated Jasper's pure maple syrup to it.
Way to go, Stephanie.
And we made this with the almond milk. There's an option of using regular milk if you want to. It's really your choice on what you want to use. But we like it sweet. So we're adding brown sugar. We're going to put a little maple syrup on top. And we're going to sprinkle it with pecans because let's make everything better. And it smells amazing. It smells like you just made a pumpkin pie in your house.
That syrup is amazing, by the way.
So if you are an oatmeal eater and you want to try something different, you get tired of the same old boring oatmeal, I suggest everyone trying this. And this is just all recipes today if we found on the internet. Trying to find something a little different that is still easy for people to make when they want to do something easy.
Very nice. Should we move on to our next one?
Absolutely.
All right, the next one's going to be Mississippi pot roast. How many in the audience have done that in their crock pot?
Quite a few.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful meal.
I've been hearing about the Mississippi pot roast for years. I don't really use a crock pot at home. I had to dust it off to bring here today. I think I'll be making this recipe often because it's that good. So it's super easy. You just take the chuck roast and you put it in the crock pot, and you take a ranch dressing packet and brown gravy packet, and you pour it over the top of it, get some pepperoncinis, put it on top, put some butter on top, and then some pepperoni juice. You put it in the crock pot and let it go. And what I found when I went shopping for this program, that they now make a Mississippi pot roast packet, so you don't have to buy them separately anymore. McCormick makes that. So I'll be interested to try that to see if it tastes the same as mixing them together. So we'll take some of that out of the crock pot and put it on a plate, and we'll add it with some mashed potatoes so you guys can see what it looks like. Megan's just gonna go grab the potatoes real quick.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is it mine that you can't hear? Oh, when I turn my head sideways.
Thank you.
Is that better? Okay. So we got some delicious red skin mashed potatoes that we use here for our conventions. They're amazing. And do you want to pull some of that meat out and put it on the plate for him? You can shred it. You can put it on there in chunks. I suggest eating it with the pepperoncinis if you like that flavor. A little bit of spice, it kicks it up a little bit. It's very tasty. And then you can take some of the sauce, mix it up a little bit. You could thicken it up with some roux or cornstarch slurry if you want to use it as a gravy. Otherwise, it's pretty thin. But this has a lot of flavor to it, though. And there's that. Put it up so everyone can see it.
So we incorporated Landeville garlic
Yes.
in that recipe, did we?
We did. We added it to it even though it doesn't call for it, but who doesn't love garlic?
Oh, we all love garlic. Way to go, Rod.
We're gonna need it next, yeah.
Does anybody in the audience, have a go-to recipe in their crock pot that everybody loves that they'd like to share? I saw your arm, Eric.
He's giving us time to
You
move.
have one? Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we'd love to hear it.
Either set it on the table right there, or we can put it in the back, either way.
We gotta share today, right? I think that's important. We need to share. What is your name? Hi, Sarah. And what's your name? Hi, Chad. Okay, good.
So it's crock pot chili, and I know that sounds kind of boring, but he actually takes the ground beef and adds some bouillon, and then adds venison into it, rotel chilies, and tomatoes, and yeah, and we add corn sometimes.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, that would just add all kinds of different, canned things. We get the fire roasted tomatoes, but then regular tomatoes, some of the smaller ones, some of the diced. Just kind of mix everything together and let it go. Yeah. Yeah, and so when he cooks the beef, before he puts it in with all the stuff, he slow cooks it in the pan so that it gets all that in there, and then puts it in and lets it recook it. Oh, and celery too, of course. You can't have celery. Probably about 4 hours. I would say 4 to 5 hours because the meat's already been cooked and soaked through everything, and then you add that in there and let everything soak through as well.
The meat, the celery, and the onion all together, so it's already kind of pre-done, and then everything in the crock pot just kind of melts together.
sharing that, Sarah and Rod. Jack, okay, all right, sorry about that. I gotta get used to doing this. I don't normally do this. But thank you. Anybody else want to share? Hello. How are you? And what is your name? Go ahead.
5-hour beef stew. Well, the beef stew meat and carrots and potatoes and onion soup mix. And you put tapioca for thickening.
Megan, we forgot to open the bottle.
Yeah, tapioca. That's 5-hour beef stew.
Thank you. Anyone else? I love this. Hi. And you are?
Kay Van Brocklin. I am not a cook, but I make this and my girlfriends ask for it over and over. It's cheese tortellini, and you can do it in the crock pot. You've got your cheese tortellini, diced tomatoes, you've got to have the garlic, oregano, and another spice in the tomatoes. Chopped spinach, vegetable broth, and cream cheese. You cream that cheese in your vegetable broth, and then you mix everything else in it, throw in that crock pot and let it go. And it's really, really, really good. My grandson said, "Did you really make this?" And I said, "Yeah, I did."
So he knows you're not a cook.
He knows, everybody else knows too. Yeah.
Well, you're a cook today, I'll tell you that. Okay, I have time for a couple more. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Donna Eric, and I wanted to tell about crock pot liners. I would not make anything in the crock pot without a crock pot liner. They
Just gonna
are
do one more
the
person.
best savings of time and cleanup that there is.
Wow, what a tip. Isn't that great? I didn't even have that in my notes. Thank you, Donna, very much. Okay, one more. And you are?
My name is Bobby, and this is something I actually haven't made, but my aunt has. They go to Florida in the summertime, or the wintertime, and it's hot. They don't want to run the oven. She's been doing baked potatoes in the crock pot. All I know is I ate it. I don't know how she does it.
Does anybody know how to do that? Oh, we'll all have to learn, right? And you are, if you don't mind me saying, the owner of Jack's Restaurant in Rapid River. Thank you for being here. We also have a new owner of the Delona Restaurant. There he is. Why don't you stand up there? He just purchased the Delona Restaurant. So we have a lot of great people here. We're all great people. Okay, Chef Christina, back to you.
All right. So we are going to show you how to prepare a recipe that we found from the Food Network, short ribs. The first thing you want to do is sear the meat really well. It holds in all the flavoring. We're going to season it really well with salt and pepper. It's over there now. Does everybody know how to sear their meat before they put it in to cook it in a slow cooking method? No? Okay, but that's why we wanted to show you. I've done it both ways, and it definitely does give a lot more flavor to the meat. So you get your pan nice and hot, and you want to get a nice brown on each edge. All 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 edges. So probably about 2 minutes on each edge, depending on how hot your pot is. So Megan's gonna go ahead and do that while I start getting the rest of the stuff ready. Does anybody else have a crock pot like this? No? We don't know what year it's from, but it's old. It probably works the best.
Was that yours?
No, it was actually Megan's grandma's.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Memories.
So the first thing it calls to do is put onions and carrots on the bottom of the crock pot before you put the meat in. So just sprinkle some in there. We're going to keep some to put on top as well. I cut everything ahead of time so we didn't have to sit here and chop it up here. In case we were nervous, didn't want to cut our fingers. So I did pre-sear some of them, so they're nice and brown looking on each side. So we're gonna lay them on top of the onions and the peppers. And then you put the rest of the vegetables on top of that. We also have some parsnips and turnips that go into this recipe. Nice fall flavors again. So I put that on there. And then it calls for some Worcestershire sauce. I think I said that right. I practiced it for a long time. I used to call it Worcestershire, then I realized there was more letters in there. So it calls for a tablespoon. So we'll put that in there. Also calls for a tablespoon of spicy brown mustard. Mustard makes all the recipes better, I think. Gives a good zing to it. And then fresh herbs, thyme and rosemary. I'm sure if you didn't have fresh herbs, you could use dry. You just have to be careful how much you use because it's a lot more potent when you use the dry if you put too much in there. Steak's looking good. The recipe calls for bone-in short ribs. We got boneless ones, so I'm sure even with using the bone-in, the bone gives the meat a lot more flavor too. And then it calls for Guinness. So we pour that over the top of it.
That is a full bottle too.
Yeah, I didn't drink any.
Yeah, it's full. We thought about it, trying it out. We didn't do it.
And then the first time we tried this recipe, we thought it was lacking some flavor. So we thought about the home cooks, like instead of making gravy and adding it to it or different things like that, we grabbed a pack of brown gravy from McCormick. Add that to it as well to boost up the flavor. So we'll pour that over the top. And then a little salt and pepper over the top too for the veggies. And then you just fill it up with water almost to the top of the product. And then you close her up and cook it for 8 hours on low. And that's it. And Megan's almost done searing it. Yeah, it's done. And that's what it looks like when you pull it out of the pan. You want to show it up? Definitely suggest trying that if you have not. And that's all I have for the short ribs. So now we're going to plate one because we have the finished product here. I'm going to stick it in here. There we go. Plate to plate. Wrong side.
Well, Christina's doing that. All of our wonderful vendors here today have some prizes that they would like to give out. Okay? So the first one we're going to draw from is 906 Outdoors.
This one. Yep.
Oh, wow. I'd Sue, I think it's OHN or Han? Sue Han?
She's already ordered.
086. Gosh, I guess that would have been a good idea. Hi, how are you? Someone's going to bring that to you. Congratulations. So some of these are vendors that are here, and I see now that I have the list that some are not, but are supporting us today, correctly? Okay. So from Papa Murphy's, It's a gift basket. Oh, there's, yeah, okay. A gift basket containing 2-liter pops of Pepsi, a pizza cutter,
Nice.
urban cheese blend, crushed red pepper, and gift cards and coupons. How exciting. Number 151, Joseph Potvin. Joseph, where are you? Hi, Joseph. Congratulations. Back to you, Christina.
Hi. Okay, so here's our finished product. You see the pot roast or the short ribs on top fall apart. You can just tear it right apart like that. Smells amazing. I don't know if you guys can smell it out there. Should have put a fan over here so I could push it to you guys. Definitely a great recipe.
We did get a chance, because we did have to practice to try these different recipes you're going to see today, and oh my goodness, that's all I'm going to say.
We wish we could have enough for everybody to try,
Yeah,
but
we do. But again, this is our first year, so recalibrating our brains. Okay, now Christina, do we move on to the barbecue ribs?
we can, yes.
Okay, and that's not your normal barbecue ribs, are they?
No, a lot of barbecue ribs use barbecue sauce, but this recipe is tomato based. Like a lot of tomato. The only thing that we won't be doing is at the end of your product, you should grill it, give it that char. I don't have the opportunity to do that up here to show you guys. So we're just going to show you the finished product before that.
In the meantime, let's get to meet our vendors. So I'm going to start left and go right, because that's just how I roll. Okay, Pampered Chef. Janine, tell us a little bit about what you have today.
We have professional quality cooking tools for the home chef. So if you, whether you're, just every day trying to get dinner on the table for your family chef, or really like to dabble in gourmet, we have something for everybody. Great wedding gifts, great birthday, Christmas gifts, anything like that. I do want to mention, if you didn't come to see me already, you have a coupon in your goodie bag for a mystery discount that is I'm offering for this show. So check that out. It's good. I forgot to put the expiration date on it, so it's good until next Thursday. My number is on there. If you have questions, come up and see me. And more importantly, if you have a golden ticket in your bag, come up and see me because I have a free gift for you.
Wow, Janine, thank you. Very nice. Let's hear it for Janine. Janine, one question for you. What is your top selling item? I mean, one that everybody needs, everybody wants, or maybe it's top two. I'm just curious.
So, of course, we're famous for our stoneware, and for those of you stoneware lovers out there, we have new ones, so come and check them out. I will say, a couple of you already mentioned this to me, what we often call the meat chopper thingy. How many of you know what I'm talking about when I say that? The meat, for the ground beef or ground meats. That, and of course, most recently, our new mandolin, which is remarkable. If you do any slicing, homemade French fries, anything like that, our mandolin is incredible.
Thank you so much. Christina, do you want me to carry on with another vendor, or are you ready for me?
We're ready.
Okay.
This is going to be kind of quick, so. So basically, some tomato paste, brown sugar, cider vinegar, chili powder, mustard seeds, which I've never used before, so that was kind of neat. Finally, use something different. Granulated garlic, paprika, Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, and we also added the fresh garlic because everyone likes garlic. So basically, after it's done in the crock pot, also this recipe says 4 hours on low. They were not done in 4 hours. I think that was a typo. It should have been 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low. So this took 8 hours. Nice and tender, fall off the bone. A lot of tomato on there. There's a lot of sauce in the pot too. They say they want you to baste the rib while it's cooking too. So, it's just got a unique taste and unique flavor. Very tomatoey. Smells good. Tastes pretty good too, actually. So that's really it.
Okay, thank you both very much. Let's give another prize away. I'm going to go back to 906 Outdoors because they're actually going to give away 7 different, seven prizes. So you're going to hear their name a lot. They have the 10-ounce bags of fish batter and the 40-ounce tubs of fish batter. Is that batter or, yeah, batter. Okay, both are batter. Okay, so the next winner of one of those 2 is 089 Ron Maisel. There he is. Congratulations. When's the fish fry? We're coming over. Okay. So I think I'm going to go over to 906 Outdoors and interview Brian. Excuse me, Megan. I'm going to cut through the kitchen. Hello, Brian. Thank you for being here today. So tell us about your wonderful products.
Variety of seasoning blends for making wild game or domestic meats, and of course the fish batter. Lots of fish batter.
So when did you start your business?
This portion of it about 2 years ago.
Tell us a little bit more about the other portions of your business, because you obviously have lots of other products.
Other irons in the fire. A lot of television stuff, some outdoor television shows and whatnot, which kind of led to this in a way. So too much time on TV.
Well, thank you for being here today. Do you have anything else you want to push today? Sell? All good. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we used garlic in this. Did we use garlic in the last one?
In the ribs.
In the ribs, we did too. So I think I'm going to go visit Rod from Lanaville Garlic. Rod, where are you? Oh, way over here? Oh my goodness, excuse me. As I come through here, what smiles, wonderful smiles. I'm kind of having fun doing this. Hi, Rod. Very good, how are you? So we use some of your garlic in our ingredients of what we showed today. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Lanaville Garlic?
Well, I've been growing garlic for probably 38 years, but I haven't been growing good garlic for the last 18. So I had to go to garlic school in order to figure out how to grow it. But it's nice, it's rewarding.
What is it, I mean, I guess you have to tell us, when you went from good garlic to great garlic, what was that a passion of yours that you wanted to improve on what you were doing?
Well, I grow a lot of different things, and we use a lot of garlic. And it's frustrating to plant garlic and only get a bulb that's about 1 inch across, rather than 3 or 4 or 5 inches across. So it was worth going to garlic school.
And where was this garlic school at? I've never ever heard of it.
It was in Garden. A woman in Garden has seminars in the summertime.
Garden, a great peninsula to be on. Very beautiful. You haven't gone to Garden? There's just so much to see there. There really is. So where are you located?
I'm 10 miles southwest of Nava on M35. By Noceum Creek.
Okay, thank you very much for being here today. Thank you. Ubercoop eggs. Richard, where are you? Oh my goodness. I'm going to get my steps in today. Richard, how are you? Good. Tell us about your product.
Well, it's coop eggs that are over on M69. I've got Isa Brown chickens, they're hens that are got about 200 of them right now, and soon to get more hopefully. And but very good source of protein. I have them available all year round, as I can't find the button to turn on the egg production of these chickens. So anyway, that's I think they're great prices, and they're farm fresh eggs. So enjoy.
So I have a question for you because I see eggs refrigerated and non-refrigerated. And just like in the stores, anything you buy in the store that is marketed as eggs are pasteurized, am I correct? Or what is that? They spray something on? What is that process?
There's a process of the MDARD, which is the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, kind of mandates to have certain rules and regulations about selling to stores, restaurants, these sorts of things to a person who's not the direct consumer. With that, it entails cleansing the egg, sanitizing, doing all this stuff. So you're basically taking off the coating which the chicken has produced to protect the egg, which keeps from bacteria or virus that are in the egg. Well, it's supposed to be if there's a developing chick inside, and it just allows for air and water to get in, so that developing chick can then have that kind of, let's call it supply as they're getting ready to hatch out. Anyway, so in that regards, there's that process that occurs, and then they want you to, an optional thing of then placing a food-based mineral oil on that afterwards to then protect again. It's like, well, okay, here we have a farm fresh egg, which the chicken has already supplied all of this for you, so that comes directly to you. Now, if there's certain things, chickens are, they have their natural processes occur, and sometimes there's a little debris on these. I do cleanse that off, wash that off, but then I put them in a refrigerator. And pasteurizing an egg is done, that's pasteurization, Louis Pasteur, it's actually from, that's a heat thing about, you don't need to do that. I mean, unless you're gonna cook the egg, and that's what you wanna do when you're actually gonna have that final ingredient, final recipe or whatever, for instance, the chefs up there are doing. You want to maintain those higher pressure or higher temperatures because that gets rid of any possible bacteria, which has been taken off by a lot of these commercial operations, that whole protective coating, and it reduces the incidence of salmonella. Okay, so that's what you want to kill. That's why they say to cook the eggs. So that's the pasteurization that you probably alluded to there.
I think it's important that we all know it because I moved up here years ago. Where I came from, there was no farm fresh eggs. And I'd drive by and see a driveway, farm fresh eggs. Or a driveway over there, farm fresh eggs, right? And it's like, what is that? So thank you for your educating all of us on eggs and that.
I'm a retired anesthesiologist, physician, so
thank you.
Research a lot of that, so that's why I am. Yeah, so come to me, and like I said, I'm close by. Very good.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh. Sorry. If I can read it, I can say it. Number 015. Paula. Oh, and you kind of scribbled. Your phone, your bond, your cord.
There she is. Congratulations, Paula.
Would you like to toss the eggs to your
We'll bring them to her. Thank you, Richard, very much. Christina, are you ready for me? I'm roaming around here, just aimlessly, waiting for your call.
We're ready.
Oh, look at you on here.
I think you want my egg.
Did you see yourself?
Oh.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty cool.
Okay. So now we're moving on to the Instant Pot.
Oh, can I start?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. That's why you nodded your head. It's like, Steve, get it together. Okay, so like with the crock pot, I did a little research, so I'm going to run through some of these things so you can understand the Instapot from a different point of view. So Robert Wang in 2009 invented the Instapot, okay? And he wanted to create a cooking device with multiple functions to free up everybody's home kitchen counters. So instead of having a crock pot and something for this and that, Christine is going to explain to you the wonderful uses of an Instapot, okay? So here is some things that I found on the internet that I found interesting. I'm not a professional. Okay, number one, most Instapot models offer a variety of preset cooking programs that can be a little intimidating, and we looked at them, right?
They're intimidating.
Oh yeah, okay. Ooh. So best suggestion from us would be to utilize, if you purchase one, or maybe you have one, I'm going to get to that, but you want to utilize the pressure cook option. This option will give you control over a number of settings that you wouldn't be able to adjust under other program buttons available to you. For example, cooking times and pressure levels, which Christina will get into. Utilizing options, you can cook almost any kind of food in your Instapot. Excuse me. Oven-safe Pyrex, stainless steel, non-stick containers, aluminum foil, and even parchment paper can be used in your Instapot. Accessories include glass-tempered lid, silicone or a silicone lid. Some of these you're going to have to purchase that don't come with the original one that you purchase or you have. There's an air fryer lid, a stainless steel steamer basket, ceramic non-stick inner cooking pot, spring foam pans, and you can probably find more online. I gave up after that. How much water do you add? Christina will go into that because you can add water, broths, sauces. You can even add salsa to whatever your recipe is and what you're cooking. Okay, which pressure release method is best for my food? The quick release is good for foods that can easily overcook, like seafood. The natural release is utilized for tenderizing tough meats. It should be set at least around 10 minutes, and there is a saute setting to sear large cuts of meat prior to pressure cooking, which Christina will go through. And then to utilize the saute function, you need to add oil to the pot and sear on all sides. But as Christina was doing in a pan, you don't have to do it. You can do it in an Instapot, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, I have a couple more. Hang with me. If you're cooking from frozen, add 1 to 3 minutes to your cook time. And yes, you can convert most of your recipes from your crock pot to an Instapot to save time. But some recipes, and I would say like the Mississippi pot roast, you need to cook it in a crock pot. You really do. There's some that Instapot is just not gonna do the job for you. So Christina, what are we gonna start with today?
We're gonna start off, we're gonna actually make the chicken marinara recipe that I found on the internet. It's super fast. It says it takes 5 minutes. I did not try this ahead of time, so we're gonna see if it works. Basically, you put chicken thighs. Has anyone used chicken thighs for cooking? Slow cooking? A lot of flavor in them dark meat, right? We'll need some salt and pepper. I'm gonna season them while I put them in there. Bone-in, boneless and skinless. Basically with this recipe, you put them in there, it cooks for 5 minutes, and then you let it slow release on its own for 10 minutes, and then you hit the quick release button, and then you can open it up, and it's supposed to be done. You pull the chicken apart with forks or tongs or whatever you like to use, and it's ready to go. Now this recipe calls for polenta. I omitted the polenta. We like pasta around here, so I don't know how many people like polenta. or have even tried it. So basically you put that in there and then you take the sauce and you pour it over the top. And you put the lid on. And it's on high pressure. Every recipe I've tried so far has always been high pressure, so I don't know a lot about the pressure levels on these yet. I still got practice at home, I guess, when I'm not here working. So it's ready to go for.
I heard that.
Sometimes these things are finicky. You got to make sure it's sealed when you pressure it. And so we're going to let that go. When that gets done, then we'll finish that up. But we did a couple other things that we thought was kind of neat after like researching different recipes and stuff, because I haven't really used the Instant Pot as much as I wanted to. Did you guys know you could do dessert in the Instant Pot? You can make cookies, brownies. We found a recipe for that, so we tried it. So Megan's going to show you the finished product. So we tried it a couple times. The first time we tried it, we didn't. It calls for putting foil over the top. We used a 6-inch, 7-inch cake pan, aluminum or no, stainless steel. Put it in there. You put water in the bottom. You have to put it on the stand in there, and then you make the recipe, put it in there, set it in there, and foil over the top. So the first time we did it, we didn't put the foil on it enough because it said loosely put it on there. So when it came out, it was really moist on the top. So yesterday, we made these for today, and she made sure she put it on there a little tighter, and it came out a lot better. So yeah, it's kind of neat though. I think you guys all have the recipes that for today, so I suggest you try it. Especially the brownie, very chocolatey and delicious. I also seen recipes in there, like there's a lot of different cheesecake recipes. You need a springform pan for that. I would have probably tried that today too, but I could not find a springform pan quick enough that was small enough, because you need a 7-inch, and mostly people have 9-inch ones, so. That's
Interesting,
that.
I heard a little conversation over here. All right, so you get gifts, right? Crock-Pot gifts, Instapot gifts, and sometimes it just popped into my head because I'm guilty of it. They never get out of the box. Do you have a story for me? Because I overheard you. Just to laugh. No? Oh, hang on a minute now. Hold on.
She was talking about the Instapot, and I says, is yours even out of the box yet?
Isn't that something, right?
That's her mom.
Yeah. By the way, that is Chef Christina's mom. Thank you for your honesty and humor. It happens more than we know, right? We're all human. Oh, I'll get to it. But again, this whole program today is about, helping you with time, right? We're all crunched with time. Even, and I learned this from my mom and dad, after they retired, they moved to Florida, and every time I would call them every day, because I love them dearly, they would say, we don't have any time. We had a restaurant, and we're more busy than we were with our restaurant. I'd be like, yeah. So this today is kind of a reintroduction for, a couple of appliances that you might have, but then we're going to add one at the second half that we're really excited about too. Right?
Right.
Okay. Are you ready, or do you want me to go roll around?
This is going to take a little bit to cook because it takes a while to build up the pressure. I can talk about the next one that we have for you guys, but we don't have it up here. Have you guys made soup in the Instant Pot before? So.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let's go see what we have over here. So how many do have Instapots? Not as many, huh? I'm sorry I didn't ask that earlier, but now it just popped into my head. Okay, so I heard that you had, so I'm gonna come to you, but go ahead. What is your name?
Joan.
Hi, Joan.
In the Instant Pot, you can do hard-boiled eggs. They peel so easy. It takes about 10 minutes for like a dozen.
You can put a whole dozen in there. Do you have to put it in that, what is that called? Oh, they do, okay, just for eggs.
Yeah, I think so. But it takes about 10 minutes and oh my gosh, they peel so easy. You put them in the refrigerator and they still peel easy.
My goodness, what else do you cook in your Instapot? What is your favorite? Okay, all right, thank you very much. Okay. Oh, don't get nervous. I was nervous to start this and I'm okay now. What is your name?
Claudia Brand.
Hi, Claudia. Tell us your Instapot story, please.
I think one of the fastest meals I've done is a pork roast with potatoes and onions and just put it in there with a little bit of water and 40 minutes later it's all ready.
Isn't that amazing? Do you use it for other recipes? Okay, have you ever done a cookie or a brownie? So that's new. Yeah, okay, this is good then. Anybody else before I go back up? I heard something. Oh, here, okay. My munchies, we're gonna get to you. Well, actually, we can do you now. Let's talk my munchies. And who do we have here today?
I'm Autumn. I am the owner of My Munchies. We're based in Gladstone. I make all kinds of freeze-dried candies, fruits, and vegetables.
Yum.
So the process of freeze-drying, it cools whatever you put in there down to freezing, and then it slowly removes the water. So everything ends up, dry, crunchy. Usually flavors end up sweeter, tartar, more strong. So it's kind of a different experience.
Thank you for sharing that. I never knew how that process worked. So your products, I see you have quite a display here. Yum. Where are you located?
We're located in Gladstone.
Okay, in Gladstone. Okay, what is your Instapot story? I didn't forget.
So my favorite thing to make in my Instant Pot is tortellini soup. I like to add chicken to it as well, but it's a super easy process. You throw everything in, you make your broth, your onions, your celery. You cook your broth in there. You can do your chicken straight from the freezer if you didn't pull it out, and then shred it. And then at the end, you just put in your cream, your tortellini, and heat it up, and you're good to go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Oh, okay. Prize time.
181. Tara, pick a card.
181, Tara. I see some, oh, there you are, okay. And what are we getting today for Tara?
We have a bag of freeze-dried Skittles.
Ooh, I like that. I love Skittles. Okay, where is that being delivered? Okay, we got that. All right. Teamwork, I love it. High five. Oh my goodness, Christina, Megan, you're over here too. Look at that smile. Beautiful smile. Are we ready?
It's
Okay, carry on.
I don't know. It's still pressurizing. So after we're done with the chicken marinara, we're gonna be serving lunch today. And we did chicken noodle soup in the pressure cooker. So basically took the whole chicken, put it in the pressure cooker, gave it a good 20 minutes, let it go on a slow release, and then opened it up and let it cool down a little bit, pulled the chicken off the bone, put the bones back in there, added some water, some celery, carrots, and onions, and let it cook on the saute method So it cooked all the flavor out of the bones and stuff, and then strain it and pull the chicken, chop it up however you want to do it, put it back in there. You do your vegetables, put it on slow cook, and put the noodles in there. And then you give it another 10 minutes on high pressure, and then it's done. And it's delicious. We used today, what kind of noodles did we use in our chicken soup, Steve?
Kluski.
Kluski noodles. Has anyone heard of those?
Favorite noodles.
Yeah.
I love Kluski noodles.
So you guys will be able to try that for lunch today.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. UP Gourmet Mushrooms. Chad, we used your product today. Where are you?
So long?
Way down. Oh, okay. All right, here I come. I won't go that way. Be mindful of the camera crew.
We can see it, it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, thank you for the mushrooms. I was gonna say what they are, but I think you should say what you have to offer. Right? There you are. And please take the time to get to see the vendors that are here today. They're all local, and let's support our local vendors, please. Hi, how are you? Good, so you're Chad, and who are you?
Claire.
Chad and Claire, okay. And tell us a little bit about your products. I'm gonna come behind you so you don't have to lean over. In fact, you can even take the mic.
My name's Chad. I'm the owner and co-founder of UP Gourmet Mushrooms. We are the largest indoor gourmet mushroom facility in the Upper Peninsula. We produce many different varieties of gourmet mushrooms. So we have everything from oysters, shiitake, lion's mane, chestnut, maitake, reishi. We have a very large selection of gourmet and beneficial mushrooms as well. We just opened up our...
You could probably bring the cold food over now. You can probably bring the cold food over there now and get it set up. And just wait for the soup a little bit. When you do the soup, you can take it right through right here.
Okay, when do you want them to light the shakers then?
You can light them now.
Light them now?
After you get the cold stuff up, light the soup chafers. And then...
You want me to... You're doing this now? Or is this...
I'm just going to put the cold food up because once this last one's done, then we're going to go for lunch. It's just taking forever to... It's just taking forever to pressurize.
We've also got grow kits. We've got a lot of fresh products. And we're just happy to, be offering unique gourmet mushrooms to the public that are not otherwise normally available.
So this is an amazing display of mushrooms. I have to say that. I've never seen this type of display, and I've been in food service, like I said, a long time. I've gone to a lot of shows, and this is really an amazing display. You do a very good job. Talk a little bit about those two there, grow your own. What if mushrooms can grow out of different things, correct? Okay, here you go.
Yeah, so we, at our indoor facility, we grow our mushrooms off of basically what's called an artificial log. So I actually built and designed a piece of equipment which volumetrically dispenses sawdust, nutrition, and water volumetrically, and it pumps out what's called an artificial log. We take those logs and we pasteurize them, and then we bring them into our clean room and we inoculate them with whatever different type of culture that we were planning on growing out. So in this case we have, this is shiitake, and this is reishi. So after they sit in our incubation room for a few weeks, then we move them over to our fruiting room, and then we can fruit out any different species that we like. I do, yep. I live right by the mushroom shop. Yeah, it's a.
Thank you very much. Oh, good. Let's do it. My partner Sarah is following me around here. Yeah. Okay, you can have the mic. I want you to announce them so that.
Right. So we have number 276, Jean Lincoln, and she is going to
Fixed it.
win.
Whoops.
So that is the
Not yet,
shiitake
but
grow
it
kit,
will.
and then some dried mushrooms as well to go along with that. There's a QR code on the front of that grow kit, so if you point your phone at that, it'll take you to a little video, and it'll walk you through the instructions of how to set that kit up. You can put it right on your kitchen counter, and you can grow fresh shiitake mushrooms for up to 3 months. It's a great way to have fresh mushrooms right at home on your kitchen counter.
They're the long skinny
And
ones.
the next number is 53053, Jenny Aldard. And this is a 9 mushroom blend and another pack of dried mushrooms. So this is our 9 mushroom adaptogenic blend. So it contains 9 of the most adaptogenic mushrooms on the planet. It actually contains cordyceps, reishi, chaga, turkey tail, maitake, chestnut, lion's mane, shiitake, and king trumpet. All in equal portions. So it's a very amazing product. We recommend taking it every day. It's awesome. Yes.
What is your process for getting it to that end result?
Yeah, so we grow mushrooms, the whole mushroom fruiting body we like to put into our powders. And what we do is we slow dry them in our commercial dehydrators. We like to dry them at a lower temperature so it preserves the beneficial compounds as well as the flavors. After they slow dry for a minimum of 3 days, then they go into our grain mills, and so we powder them in our grain mill so they are finely powdered, and then we package them up in our containers. And so this is a new product for us this year. We just put this product out. We've got bulk lion's mane, and then we've got the bulk 9 blend as well.
I asked specifically that one because I have not seen that. And never have I. So thank you for that. What a wonderful display. Thank you so much. Great job. Christina, are you ready for me?
Well, the chicken's not done yet.
Oh my goodness.
We made a boo-boo.
What the heck's going on with the chicken?
We didn't notice that the valve wasn't set right.
Oh,
So,
I thought maybe Coop's eggs took the chickens for a while.
I mean, that's possible.
Borrow it.
So it's gonna be about 15 minutes yet.
Okay, that's all right. Oh yeah.
I'm not a good dancer. Or singer, actually. But he's a good singer.
All right, well, let's keep going with drawing prizes then and interviewing. I like this. Dawn from number 9 Farms. Over here? Okay. How you doing? Good.
He's a natural at this, isn't he? Yes.
Got to check on our crew. Okay, Dawn. Number 9 Farms. How did you come up with a number 9 Farms? There's got to be a story behind that. All right.
It was pretty easy because we have 9 children.
Wow. That's awesome. That doesn't happen very much anymore. Congratulations.
So we are a small farm, and we started canning. Well, we were already canning, and I didn't know that it would turn into a job. And here we are.
Isn't that something? So this obviously is a love and passion of yours.
Work in the Escanaba kitchen at the farmer's market, and we rent the kitchen there so that we can make our products to sell if we wanted to sell them wholesale as well as to the farmer's markets.
So wholesale, is that where it goes into the stores like Elmer's and places like that? It could. So that's an opportunity for you then. Okay, so start to finish, can you just say a little bit about how the product gets to be in here? Is that a good question? Okay, because I'm curious.
Our pickles. So we started making pickles like 30 years ago, and I never knew the pickles would be one of my #1 selling products. But they basically, I start with cucumbers, of course, then they soak in lime, and after they soak in the lime for almost 24 hours, then they go every hour for 4 hours to be rinsed. And that's a heavy-duty job because it's a 5-gallon bucket and it's full of cucumbers and the water, the lime water. And then after that, they go into the brine and then they are canned. Yeah.
Interesting. Is there one more you can just tell us about? Which is like your pride and joy? They all are, but I mean, what? I guess let me ask you this: what's your best seller?
It's the apple butter. Right now, that time, but a lot of times it's the red raspberry, and also the bear jam. But I'm out of the bear jam right now.
Bear jam. Educate us on bear jam. I got all kinds of different things going through my head.
Blackberries, elderberries, apples, and raspberries. Yeah.
So four.
Sounds good.
Four berries. Isn't that something? Oh, apples. Okay. Well, thank you. And who are you, sir?
Yes, I'm her husband.
I kind of figured that. I can't leave you alone there. There's not many of us males in this room. You're the chauffeur. Well, you got wonderful products here. Thank you. Oh, 2 prizes. Thank you.
Good.
This is for the lemon herb dressing. Claudia, number 26, Claudia Bradfield. Claudia, oh, there she is. Congratulations, Claudia. Okay, and this is for medium salsa verde from number 9 Farms, 9 children. Kathleen Vivio.
Hey, that's you.
Kathleen, oh, there you are. There you go. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you both.
Put your hand out.
8 minutes.
I want to just stand there and talk to you over there for some reason. Okay, are you ready?
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. Stephanie, where are you? I have a daughter named Stephanie. That's a great name. Stephanie, is she here? Sarah? Sarah, is Stephanie here? From Jasper Sugar Bush? Oh, okay. All right, I didn't know that. I do now. Okay, Bob from Dexter's Microgreens. Okay. That gives me more time for others that aren't here, right? Okay, the resin room. Tara. Oh, okay, here I come. Hi, Teresa.
Hello.
The only reason I know that is I met her yesterday and my mom's name was Teresa. Kind of hard with names sometimes.
It's gonna be tough working here.
Hi, Tara, how are you? Good. Okay, so the resin room. Wow, look at this. Look at all the colors and everything. My goodness. Okay. Go ahead.
My name is Tara. I'm right here on Bark River. I specialize in everything resin, epoxy resin, mostly doing the tumblers, cups, flower vases, but I also do earrings, necklace charms, pop sockets, keychains, little things like that as well. Just started last probably October. I wanted to do some DIY Christmas gifts for the friends and family, and it went crazy. Every gift that I did for somebody, they had to talk about it to somebody else, and it just went wild. And then I posted on my Facebook page just to kind of keep track of my progress, and everybody went crazy. So I just started doing it, and then it just became incorporated and started a small business. So this is my first show, and I'm hoping this will get me out there a little bit.
I'm going to ask you some questions. So, where are you located? In Bark River, okay. Explain
My
the
next
process.
thing's going to be 6 minutes, so it's going to take a few minutes to
What got you
so
to
if
be
you want to go ahead and put the soup out now.
involved with epoxy resin? I know quite a bit about it, but it's kind of like an art, definitely an art. You want to talk about that?
Like I mentioned, it was more of a just DIY projects for friends and family. So I started with random crafts, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to try some epoxy resin. So it's a two-part process. You mix the two parts together. I rub it on the cup, and then I use alcohol inks to create these swirls. And adding a little bit of heat to it makes the resin move. So the swirls create different designs, and then I can add decals or other things to them. You can put names on them or decorate them however you want. I do custom orders as well. For anybody who has an idea that they want to bring to me, I can do that for them. It takes about 8 to 10 hours to cure a cup, and then a decal goes on, and then another layer of resin. So it's a process. Could take anywhere to 24 hours to put a cup together until it's fully cured and ready to go.
Where is your, I mean, do you have a shop or no? Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Is it taking over half your house?
I do have a room in the house that I have set up as what I call my resin room, and that's how the name came about. I didn't know what to name the business, and I was asking everybody, but I would always tell my kids, like, I'm going to the resin room, guys. You know, I'm going to work in the resin room, and it just became the resin room, and that's what everybody started calling it. So I was like, okay, we're doing the resin room. That's what we do. So it has taken over some space in the house, and there's a lot of boxes built up in corners and spare bedrooms and areas. But but it's been fun, and I enjoy doing it, which is, I normally don't stick to a project for a long period of time, so this is something I actually enjoy doing.
Well, thank you, Tara. You know, I have to say this. Everyone that I've met that are vendors so far, they have a passion for what they're doing. And we need to applaud that, because we need more of that passion, right? That love for what they do. It's what we do here at the casino. We feed a lot of people and we want them happy. But it's resonant through this whole room. It's just amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, and we have a gift.
All right, number 038, Stacy Dietrich.
No, turn the things out back here.
Oh, you win a cup with UP on it, the swirls and the UP.
About 5-10 minutes.
A Northern Lights vibe.
How cool is that? Thank you so much. Okay, we're going, I'm being directed, which is okay. I'm a director, but I don't direct myself. Chad, Healing Greens, where are you? Hi, Chad. Look at your display of greens. My goodness. So on the front of your display it says food as medicine. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to let you take.
Hippocrates, has anyone heard of Hippocrates? He's known as the father of medicine, and he said, probably not in Old English, but it's quoted always as, let thy food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food. That is what this is basically. It's for my passion, is learning about medicinal foods that give you longer way to way that I propagate it is I'll just put in a little bit of water and just roast roots that easy. And then, so I'll do that about, then pot it up maybe once every couple of weeks. And that is how you end up with a surplus, and then you just, you have a great gift to give to your family, to yourself. If you're growing it, you don't need it. It's not going to benefit you, unless you just enjoy growing it. So you can make tea, put it in salads, saute. I make a tea for my 18-year-old dad every day to put with his food because of his hips. It has got him back to running, to eating time. So that's my testimony for the use for arthritis, the Thai watercress.
So obviously I have a few questions for you. What got you to where you're at today?
For about 20 some years, over 20 years, just freedom is a very important thing to me. And if you don't have your health, then what do you have? So a lot of us struggle with addictive personalities. I'll raise my hand. If you're going to have, if you can't escape an addictive personality, it's just best to set yourself up for success the best way you can. So instead of a fridge full of beer, you can have, a house full of greens. That's a good way to set yourself up for success.
Let's hear it for Chad. That is wonderful. Thank you for putting a personalized touch on that. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I know, I'm bad at this. This part of the drawing and everything, thank you both, because, thank you. Oh, Thai watercress, what you were talking about. Yeah, okay. So, who do we have?
55. Robin Kustens.
Robin, I heard that's me. Congratulations, Robin. And thank you again. Do we have time for another one? Oh, they left me. Christina, are you ready?
We're ready.
Oh my goodness. All right, here we go.
Thought you forgot about me.
No, I would never do that. You or Megan. I got many hats on today.
So
okay, go ahead.
We're gonna quick release it. What? I don't know what I'm doing with that.
Oh, you're fine.
Smells good. I'm impatient. Do 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 do. It's ready. Open it up. Is it done? Has anybody done a recipe and it didn't turn out? No? Hopefully this isn't that time. It's done. So I just gotta pull the chicken apart, get her plated up on top of some pasta with some Parmesan cheese. Use 2 tongs so I can pull it apart easier. Oh yeah. Take some pasta, put it on the plate. Put some chicken on there. Look at how awesome this looks.
It smells wonderful.
Now you can use whatever your favorite marinara is from the store, because it just says a jar of 24 ounces of marinara. And spoon some of the sauce over the top. And finish it with some cheese.
What kind of cheese are we using?
This is it's a Caesar blend, so it has Parmesan, Romano, Asiago, all mixed in together.
Yum.
And there you go. That was pretty quick and easy, as long as you close the release button right.
Thank you, wonderful.
And now it's lunchtime.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's what we've always had. Okay, so now it's time to eat. I would let Chef Christina tell you what's on the menu. And then also, we are going to release the tables. So wait for a server to come and let you know that you can go up to the line. But here's Christina letting you know what's there.
So the chicken soup that we talked about a little while ago, that's on the buffet. And then we have ham turkey croissants with cheddar, Swiss cheese, and chips. So, enjoy.
Okay. We have some vendors left that I have not been to. I didn't forget you. We'll do you interviews on the second half when we do sous vide cooking.
Woo!
Okay, thank you all. Enjoy your lunch. We'll see you in a bit.
Look at all this food. Are you hungry? I gotta turn this thing off. Mute it.